You know, breast cancer kills 113 people every day. That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me.
Record gas prices showing no sign of slowing down. The national average is now at $4.48 a gallon of regular. That's up 15 cents in just a week. A new report says that this is causing consumers to cut their spending by $9 billion a month.
The economy is on fire.
This economy is doing really darn well. It's going to show up in profits for these companies. We should all feel pretty good today.
Now to the market. Take a look at what we're expecting. The Dow down 7 weeks in a row, the longest losing streak in more than 20 years.
That's right. It's amazing how they lie. Well, with Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember, every Friday now, go to my YouTube channel. where I post every Friday evening my take on the market for the week, what I think is going to happen with the market, and I give you insight that nobody else gives. Check it out. Go to my YouTube channel. It's free. Don't forget to join my gang. It's also free for 10 days. Okay, so I don't care who you listen to. It's the same old nonsense. Everybody's telling us how great the economy is, how great the earnings were. Remember the earnings season, how great they were when they weren't. A handful of earnings were great, no question. A handful. There is so much going on in this economy they don't want you to know about. First of all, how can we have a bottom? The next time I hear we're having a bottom, I'm just going to go nuts. A bottom? How can that be? A bottom at 4,000? That's all they keep telling. Oh, bottom's in now at 4,000. First it was 410. When it broke through 410, they hurried up, scrambled, and said, oh, now it's 4,000. We're just kidding about 410. How can you have a bottom at 4,000 when the Fed continues to raise rates? Now, I've been in this business over 50 years, and I can tell you, I've never seen where a bottom comes in, a capitulation comes in, and then at the same time, they're raising rates. The bottom is in. What are you, nuts? What a lie that is. Now, just take even now remember, they're still raising rates. Even a 1 point hike, just 1 point hike, which they're going to do many more than 1 point. That means the stock market would drop from where we are today an additional 20 to 25%. That's right. But they don't tell you that. They're just saying, oh, the bottom's in, buying a dip, buying a dip. It's all you hear, buying a dip. When are you going to learn to stop buying on a dip? You're going to get killed. You don't buy in downtrends. You buy in uptrends. Obviously, if you have a good, strong market, where 70% of the stocks in the market, in the S&P, are above its 50-day and 200-day moving average, and you got a nice stock that's going up, and let's say it goes up from 20 to 25, and then it pulls back a bit. Sure, you can buy that dip because you're buying in an uptrend. You're going with the consensus. You don't buy in a downtrend on the dip. What are you, nuts? That's insane. But they're going to have you buy anywhere. They're going to lie to you. So I want you to think about it for 1 minute. How can the bottom be in at 4,000? They continue to raise rates. They haven't even started selling the 10-year treasuries off their balance sheet. That's going to even raise rates even more. Breadth in the market, the number of stocks that are above their support. If you want to have 70% of your stocks in the S&P, 70% of your stocks in the NASDAQ, 70% of your stocks in the Dow, you want them 70% of those stocks above the moving average. We took an aggregate this morning, put them all together. It's like 29%, not 70%, but tell you the bottom is in. Then they're telling us the bottom's in because we had a capitulation. We had no capitulation. You don't have a capitulation until a capitulation when all the big institutions, the big banks, the big insurance companies, the big hedge funds, they stop buying. And panic comes in. And the market just drops because when they stop buying, there's no bid in the market. We haven't had that yet. Oh, I'm not talking about this is good news. We haven't had it yet. What I'm telling you about, we got to have this happen quick. But they keep interfering in the market, like today. They come back in and they interfere in the market. Who's they? The plunger team. They interfere in the market. So, and I want you to remember, it's not about earnings. When somebody tells you about how great earnings are, forget it. Earnings don't mean anything. It's about yields, about interest rates, about the yields. How high are the yields going? How low are the yields going? It's all about yields. And here's what gets me. How can the bottom be in? Never mind the fact that we have an average of 29% of stocks above their moving averages, and we haven't had a capitulation of 40% yet. How can the bottom be just, remember, the fake Business News Network masked this. They didn't want you to know this. Just 9 days before Putin invaded Ukraine, on February 15, 2022, the World Bank issued a warning on 70 developing nations are facing a debt crisis. That is huge. When you don't have a world economy that's doing well, that takes us right down. When you don't have China doing well, that takes us down. We haven't seen anything yet on the downside. 70 developing nations are facing a debt crisis. We're a developed nation. U.S., Canada, Germany, Ireland, Belgium. That's just to mention a few. 70 are in default on 11 billion. 70 countries are in default on their debt. They owe 11 billion. Are you kidding me? So here comes the World Bank 9 days before Putin invades Ukraine and telling us, the world, hey, we got a real bad problem. We got a problem. We got 70 developing nations. They can't pay their debt. They're in a debt crisis. It's going to take the rest of the world down. It's going to take the world economy down. Hey, wake up, everybody. But no, the fake Business News Network masked that information like they always do. This is unbelievable. In March, the UN came out and warned 107 countries have been severe exposure, tremendous consequences due to the Ukraine war. Everybody thinks Ukraine war is just, Ukraine. No, the countries around you are getting killed. Lebanon, they just had to take a $150 million loan from the World Bank to feed their people. Argentina has just defaulted on $45 billion in debt. Peru, El Salvador, all trying to take loans from the World Bank. They're getting killed because of the war, because they got rising food prices, energy prices, just like we have. What, are we exempt from all this? Egypt is in deep trouble, financial trouble. Yeah, Egypt. But people say, who? What are those countries? What does that have to do with anything? Everything. Hey, we'll be right back. Tell you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
What are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hey, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get my color-coded technology chart. And for 10 days, every day at 2 o'clock, I post my portfolio, or Steve posts my portfolio, and our working investor portfolio. And every day he goes over our stocks. And then you should take, or during that 10 days, not real money, just on paper, pick one of the stocks of my portfolio and follow, or in the working investor group. And then Steve goes through each one and tells you exactly what to do. You have like a personal coach. And we should be celebrating when markets go down. Celebrate when markets go down. Markets going down, everybody looks at it as a bad thing. You should be looking at it as a good thing, because you can make money when the market goes down. Wall Street, for the first time, the gangsters lose money. They lose money. That's why they don't want you shorting stocks. That's why they talk against shorting, how bad it is. Just like when the ETFs first came out, they were no good. They were dangerous. They were terrible. Don't get near them, they would say on CNBC. Now we got more people in ETFs than anything else. Now they're trying to stop that. Now Wall Street's trying to stop that. the ETFs, saying, okay, some of these ETFs we can't short now. I mean, shorting is something to celebrate, but people have been fearful in shorting. But we'll make it easy for you. We'll start out during that 10 days. A child can do it. Your children can do it. Okay? How to sell short, starting with the S&P 500, called the spiders, the basket. It works. Okay? It works. Look, you got to understand what's going on. For 14 years, this has been a Fed Reserve driven stock market. How'd they drive it? By dropping interest rates to zero. How did they do that? By printing and printing and printing so much money so they could go and buy treasuries that drop those interest rates down to zero. That caused terrible, terrible inflation. When you print money, that's terrible, terrible inflation. We are no longer an island. We're no longer an island. We're one world. We're all together as one. When the economy around the world is falling apart, that hurts us. How does people expect we're going to have this big rally that we're on the bottom, as they're telling us? I mean, just think about that. It makes no common sense. How can we be on the bottom when we're still raising rates? The Fed's still raising rates. How can we be on the bottom when China's economy is shut down? How can we be on the bottom when China, the 6th largest construction companies that keep that country going, they build cities, but nobody lives in them just to have construction? That's stopping. They have COVID. They shut the whole economy down. You don't think that's going to hurt we're not an island. The opportunities come from the market going down. There's opportunities when the market goes up, but they convince you somehow to think, well, there's only opportunities when the market goes up, just like with the Bitcoin and all that nonsense. What did I say all the time when that first started? I said, stay away from it. Stay away from it. The government is going to meddle in it. And it's a safe place. I heard every day on the Fake Business Network how those coins, the Bitcoin, was a safe place. So when the market starts going down and crashing, buy Bitcoin. And I said, don't you dare. It's not going to help. It's not going to protect you. There's only one thing. Then they say, oh, well, go buy Coca-Cola or go buy Clorox. Yeah, they'll last for a little bit. Safe place for a little bit too. It's just like some gangster in a hideout. The cops always find a hideout. The shorts like me always find the hideouts. Professional shorters like me find the hideout. So your Coca-Cola is not going to be safe. Your Campbell soup is not going to be safe because guys like me are going to find your hideout. There's only one thing to do. Always go with the trend. And that means sell the stocks short. I just said a few minutes ago. Everybody's telling us how great the economy is. The bottom's in. How could that be when we have historic credit card balances? Historic credit card balance. You know, people say how great the economy, people are spending. There's one card here. Maybe my producer can find it, Willie, where they're talking about how people are spending their credit card. Things are good. They're spending. They're out there spending. And when I find that, when I hear that, how things are good, people are using their credit cards. No. That money, remember what happens with that money, how they get that money. We're printing that money. And then the banks take that money and then they lend it to people, giving them more credit. That's not a good thing. Go ahead and play it.
The Bank of America Institute is out with its latest data on consumer spending, finding that overall credit card spending is up almost 24% compared to pre-pandemic levels.
So they're celebrating that. What are you, nuts? Debt is up 24%. They're celebrating that. They're celebrating. But see, that's their job, the Fake Business News Network. That's their job, to make that sound terrific. Make that sound like it's an opportunity, that's good, that it's a wonderful thing, that their credit cards are going higher and higher and higher. See, that's their job, to make sure to get that across. Boy, this is good. People are out there spending their credit card. Wow, this is really, really a wonderful thing. Holy mackerel, lucky they're out there spending on their credit cards. Are you kidding me? Spending on their credit card? That's the worst thing they can do. That's the worst thing they can do. My God, credit card balances are going nuts. Do you know our credit card balances are almost $1 trillion right now? Almost just under $1 trillion, just slightly under $1 trillion. In 2008, when the market crashed, we were $886 billion. We have more credit card balance now than in 2008. So how could that be a good thing? The last quarter, 2020, we saw the biggest quarterly increase over the past 22 years. How could that be a good thing? How could that be a good thing? More than half pay minimum payment. More than half credit card people pay minimum. The average debt is $5,525. And you want to know what's terrible? The inflation that Biden has caused with all his programs is costing people out of their pocket, in real dollars, $5,550. And it's unbelievable. Join my gang free for 10 days, please.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I've signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang. But we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Green at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're talking about the market, how they're telling you how the economy's doing well, everything's great. It doesn't show that. I mean, if you take, here, give you an example. Take this stock that Kramer was all touting the other day. It's turned solid red. It's telling you to sell. Institutions are pulling their money out left and right. And here's what he tells people to do with it. This is well, it's not unbelievable. It's what he does all the time. His stocks are just unbelievable. Yeah.
Stock's going to be the ticket for SQ Square. I totally agree with you. I really wanted Mr. Hujo on, who's the CFO, because I thought it was quite a fine quarter. They had a lot of gross profit in a lot of different places. People didn't read through. Had they read through, they would have realized what I did. They did a very good job.
Very good job. The thing turned red and tanked like a flying crowbar. Unbelievable. My members, when that stock turned on April 20th, it was a huge sell signal on it. I didn't have to talk to the CEO. What do I talk to him for? What's going to say his company sucks? He's not doing a good job running it. So on April 21, our chart showed that money was pouring out of that stock. The institutions, the insurance companies were taking their money out. Hedge funds are taking their money out. Why would I stay in if my charts tell me the hedge funds are pulling their money out, the insurance companies are pulling their money out, the pension funds are pulling their money out, and he's saying to get in this thing? It was at $119, I'm rounding it up, and now it's at $80, and it was 33% drop. Are you kidding me? And there's no buy signal. Now, if you want to do a swing trade in the last 2 days, be in it for 2-3 days, and then get out, that's fine. But if you're an investor, he didn't say that. He didn't say, oh let's swing trade. No, I should have got him on. I should have got the CEO on. Good company, good quarter, good. It wasn't a good company. It's not. There's no company that's good. Good is no longer defined by earnings per share. No longer is it defined by the trailing or forward PE ratio. It's not defined if it's a good company or not. No longer. It used to be defined, a good company is defined as a good company by price to sales and price to books and what the return on asset was and return on equity, so we could judge the management. We could judge the management on those two things. What is he getting for return on his assets? What are you getting for return on the company? We could judge. It doesn't matter anymore. Once you do QE, which we've been doing for 14 years, that's gone. Nobody cares about about earnings or profits. They care about one thing: get interest rates down to zero. All they care about is yields. Get those yields down, and big tech stocks will go up. Stocks will go up. but you're going to pay for it. But who pays for it? Not the 1 percentile, not the 1/100th of 1 percentile. Who pays for this scam? It's the guy on Main Street. The 72% people who are working paycheck to paycheck. They pay for this. They get sucked in. They're the ones paying for this. For God's sakes. So when you look at this stock, he's telling you, this is another of many stocks we follow the Kramer. And we do the opposite of what he does. And that's how we make money off him. Whatever he's recommended, we take the other side of it. Geez, this is a terrible stock. Now, the stocks that I told my members that we got to start watching, if there is going to be a base, we'll know that by watching the VIX index. Has it reached 40 yet? It hasn't. But when it does, then that means there's a bottom. When we see stocks, the majority of stocks are over their 50 and 200-day moving average. At least 65% are over their 50-day and 200-day moving average. Are you kidding? We're talking about, I think it was 24% over their moving average. 70% is what we had in the big, strong rally. Remember the rally that we had after the stock market crash from February 2020 to March 2020, and they went in and they reduced the yields on the 10-year Treasury. Remember that? They went in and they bought trillions and trillions of dollars of treasuries to drop yields from about 200 basis points down to 85. And boy, those tech stocks shot straight up. Because that was the Fed drove those stocks up. And on my color-coded chart, it went from red to green. We caught the short on the way down, and then it went to green. All you have to do is just follow it for 10 days. You don't even have to come to class if you don't want to. Just Steve will post our stocks, tell you what to do with each stock. That's it. And then the next day you go and 2 o'clock it's posted, and let's say you can't do it until after supper. Have your supper, open up your laptop, whatever, put your stock on there, and Steve reviews it. Tells you what you should be doing, like a private coach. That's how you make money. Remember, I always tell you, our job around here, the energy that we spend on making sure people don't lose money is incredible. It's the majority of our time. Making money is easy. It's getting people out of these bad habits of listening to Kramer and Varney and these people that all you got to listen to is the money. The money will tell you the truth, because the money flow in and out makes a trend, and a trend is your friend. And if you have a trend that's long enough, that means you got a consensus. If you have a consensus, that means you can check. You can check if you got a consensus and go and look and see what is the percentage of stocks are over my 50-day moving average. What's the consensus over my 200? Well, when it's at 29, 30, you're dead. You're dead, dead, dead. You go buy it, it's going to come right back down. You don't buy it till it's 70%. So what do? Replace buying stocks with selling stocks short. Look, the whole world, look, everybody's worried about inflation. What are you, nuts? Inflation? We're going to have stagflation. Stagflation's brutal, it's cruel. Stagflation. Because see, stagflation is when you have a combination of a slowing economy, which we do, and higher unemployment rate. And by the next quarter, watch what this unemployment rate's going to be. It's going to shoot through the sky. So when you got those two factors, you got stagflation. Stagflation is so bad. It's terrible. It's worse than inflation. It's awful. But you got to understand, there's always a way to make money in the stock market. You got a choice. It's not just buying Microsoft. It's selling Microsoft short. If you sold Microsoft, let's say with my gang, let's say around 288, it's now 262. That's a nice gain. You got a 9% return, 9% return since May 4th. Today's only May 16th. Where else you get a 9% return? Or if you want to take our Apple, an Apple, if you shorted our Apple when you should have, when everything was set up, when we had a sell signal come in at 168, today it's 145. That's 13% in your pocket as it goes down. But see, they're telling you to buy it instead of selling it short. They're telling you to buy it at 168. Buy it in a dip at 168. Buy it in a dip. It's not going to work. It doesn't work. Again, when you take the inflation that this guy caused, Biden caused, I mean, it's just brutal inflation. When you take the American Rescue Plan, the American Family Plan, the budget plan, the infrastructure plan, all those plans he put out there, that's nothing but inflation. And then when he took us from being oil independent to where we're not oil independent, that is a killer. More inflation. But it shouldn't bother you, because if you can sell short, it makes no difference. You're going to make money when the market goes down. What's wrong with that? 10 days free. Learn how to do it free. You don't have to pay anything. At least check it out. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get your color-coded chart. And then just go to my site where it says philsgang.com. Click where it says Get Started. Click where it says Working Investor Group. Then you're set. And then every day, Steve will take our portfolio and put it up for you so that you can select whatever stock you want out of my portfolio or his portfolio, whatever you want, and then follow it. And every day, he'll tell you exactly what to do with that stock. Don't use real money for the 10 days. Just do it on paper. That way they see how well you do. And understand making money shorting. Just understand what it's about. It costs you nothing. And the color-coded technology you're going to love because it's never wrong. When it turns red, it's always right because it identifies money's going out of that stock. Kramer just put this gal in the stock today. Square. Money's pouring out of that stock. Pouring out of that stock. And what's his defense going to be? Oh, he's a good CEO. He's a good man, CEO, good man, but buy it. Jeez. I mean, unbelievable. By the way, I want to play something that really makes me upset. Listen to this.
Who would have ever suspected?
This is Nancy Pelosi.
Who would have ever suspected that a creature like Donald Trump would become president of the United States?
A creature like Donald Trump. She, who gets inside information, who trades stocks with inside information. Creature? Trump's a creature? Remember, Trump was the only president out of 5 presidents, including Reagan and Senior Bush and Baby Bush and Carter and Clinton and Obama. They all failed in brokering a Middle East agreement. The key to brokering that agreement was to move the Israeli capital to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv, because that would send a message that the United States was behind Israel, the only democracy in the sandbox. What a strong message that was. We had Palestinians who were sitting there, these leaders like this, Abbas. He was saying, Israel, they have nothing to do with Jerusalem, nothing to do with Jerusalem. Let's keep fighting them. They never had any hold on Jerusalem. But when Trump, the minute, he's the only one that got it done. He kept his promise. He kept his promise. And since he got that done, and once he moved that capital to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv, then guess what? He was able to broker the first Middle East peace agreement between Israel and Bahrain and Sudan and Morocco and United Arab Emirates. That was all success. That was good for the world. Good for the world. What did she have? What's she done? What did she do? Her and her husband, they own a canning company in the Solomon Islands, and they made sure they got a tax break for the Solomon Islands so they'd make more money. Trump, what did he do? He made us oil independent. He expanded 3 million acres to the wilderness. He set aside 370,000 acres for mining and metals in Montana and Washington. Trump repealed that terrible NAFTA agreement that killed American jobs. And what did Trump do? He pulled us out of that terrible Iran deal. where Obama turned around and sent billions of dollars in the middle of the night to try to buy them off. Because if you look at Iran and you look at the Strait of Hormuz, Trump was smart. He knows any day that Iran could shut that strait down. The only canal, the only open water to the sea that can bring that oil to the United States, to the refiners, to get it to your home and to your business. He was smart. We weren't going to repeat the 70s when Saudi Arabia shut that strait down. And remember, you had to get your gasoline. If you're an odd number, you go on Wednesday on your number plate. If you're a license plate with even number, you go on Tuesday. And what did he do? He made sure we were oil independent. We could care less if they turn around and close that strait. But what did she do? What did she do? She made sure we weren't oil independent anymore. She made sure we were no longer oil independent. Now they're making any kind of deal with Iran. Please don't close that strait. Please don't close that strait. God, oil prices will go through the roof. Don't do that. We'll give you anything you want. You can build a nuclear weapon. She and Biden are telling them. Are you kidding? Trump destroyed Baghdadi. You remember him? Iraq leader, bad guy, killer, terrible. He made us oil independent. That's the big thing. He made us oil independent. And what did she do? She made sure we're no longer oil independent. She passed the bills of the reason we're in such trouble and the reason that you're paying so much for food and gasoline is because she made sure the American Rescue Plan went through, the American Family Plan went through, the budget plan went through, the infrastructure plan went through, $7 trillion went through, the child tax credit went through. She shut down Keystone. She halted the new oil and gas leases. Are you kidding me? And what does she say? If Trump's a creature, I'll take a creature like Trump any day before I take somebody like a slime bucket like her. Are you kidding me? A creature? This is terrible, these people. See, they don't care about you or me. That's why it's important to understand the stock market. That's the last refuge. That's where you can be safe. No, I'm not talking about going and buying Coca-Cola to be safe. This market is going to go down further. And when it goes down, you should be sitting there going, okay, what's Phil and Steve going to do? What are they shorting here? What are they shorting? I'm going to follow them. I'm going to take their portfolio, do exactly what they do with their portfolio, because they tell me every day what they're doing with their portfolio, what they're doing with Intel, what they're doing with Schlumberger. I'm going to do the exact same thing, and I'll make money on the way down. Please give me a break. I mean, this is unbelievable. We are going to have rising food prices, rising energy prices, tough financial conditions are ahead, and not just here in the United States, but all over the world, including Egypt, including all these other, Lebanon and all these other countries that are affected, Argentina and Peru and Salvador. This is a world problem. So you got to make money shorting the market. We think you're going to let Jim Cramer tell you when the bottom is in. He's never been right yet on a stock. He hasn't been right yet on a stock. These high oil prices. Remember, the clock comes back to 12. Remember what happened in Latin America in the 1980s? High oil prices caused all those deficits and inflation. I talk about the 1980s. Remember that? With Latin America? We're right back there now. We're doing it again. We're right back where we were in the 1980s. Remember when Latin America was sitting there, we had high oil prices because of such deficits and such inflation in the 80s, remember? When oil prices got too high, it created all these massive deficits, and then the economy slowed in all the Latin American countries. Mexico was the first one to go down the toilet, then Venezuela and Brazil and Chile and Argentina and Colombia all went down the toilet. They couldn't pay their debt. And it killed our country. We're doing it all again, and nobody's prepared. They're all listening to, oh, buying a dip, buying a dip, buying a dip. Oh, I'm ready. I got to go find a CEO. I'm going to have him on my show. It's a good stock. Bye, bye, bye. We're going through this again. I'm not making this stuff up. We're going through it again. But it's to be celebrated, to be happy about, because you make more money when the market goes down than you make money when the market going up. It's easier. And I always hear, oh, it's different this time. We can put all the debt we want. We're not like Mexico or Brazil, or they don't have a printing machine. So when they have to pay their debt and they can't, we can, because we can print. Oh, really? That's really smart. Print? Sure. Print all the money you want to pay our debt. What does that cause? More inflation. And when you have it, that's all from too much printing. And that's why you're complaining about the high price of gas and a high price of food. We're not over yet. This isn't over. They haven't even finished raising rates, and they're trying to tell you the bottom's in. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get the color-coded chart. That'll be free for 10 days. Check it out. Go to philsgang.com. Click where it says Get Started. Click where it says Working Investor Group. In 10 days, you have no cost, but you'll learn. You'll learn about the short. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600.